How's it world? We're an exploring family living in South Africa. We're on a mission to explore the whole circumference of our country and learn as much as we can on the way. With our trusty bus Lucas, we're off on thousands of kilometers to reach our borders. In our last episode, we went to the mining town called Kimberley. Also check out that video. From there, we're taking the long road to the Augrabies waterfalls. To visit a friend, we're taking a halfway break in a town called Groblershoop. The Augrabies Falls are fed by the mighty Orange River. Close to Kimberley, where we set off, the Orange River from the south is joined by the Vaal River from the north and then continues on towards the Atlantic Ocean. During our trip towards Augrabies, we will be crossing the Orange River at a couple of places. The flow of the river also picked up a lot of diamonds in its past, probably from the Kimberley area, and there's a large diamond industry around the area where it flows into the ocean, but that is for another video. Reaching our first stop of this leg, we drove about 290 kilometers. To reach Groblershoop, we first had to cross the Orange River and then meet friends in town. After a quick hello and my favorite drink, an iced coffee, we were off again. During this leg of the trip, we started noticing that the satellite photos of the area seems much drier than what we could see. Getting closer to the town called Uppington, we started noticing a bright light on the horizon. It's actually bright enough to hurt your eyes. This is a solar power plant, one with mirrors, all focusing to a central tower that can generate power of a steam turbine. We reached the Augrabies Falls National Park. It was getting late and the sun was on its way down. We had to get the tent up quickly. Tomorrow we'll go and explore. In the morning we were greeted by the first locals, looking for crumbs from our rusks. Our tent setup, fully deployed for the first time, is aimed at creating as much space for us as possible. On our first stroll, the magnificent views gave us the impression that we left Earth. In the distance one can hear a rumbling of something majestic. The most common wildlife here are Dassies, or the rock hyrax. We'll just call them Dassies. Very common to see them lounging on rocks. However, we were also introduced to the local bug pests, midges or gnats. Millions on millions of them, in your face, eyes, nose and ears. Only later we've learned a full blast of insect repellent in the face seemed to keep them at bay. They can't steal the show though. It's time to go and meet the real star of this episode, the Augrabies Falls. It's a great noise, as the name implies in the native Khoi language. During our stay, the falls were delivering about 200,000 liters of water per second. This is its normal flow, it's not even in flood. During flood season, this easily goes over 3 million liters of water per second. That's more than a standard Olympic-sized pool's water every second, dropping down 54 meters, or about 183 feet. It's really a wonderful sight to behold. To explore the area around the falls, we took a little road trip downstream and crossed the Orange River again. I'm starting to see some sand dunes, and it made me wonder how an area so close to such a huge flow of water can be so dry. The mountain views were amazing though. Back at camp, a sunset visit to the falls gives you quite another perspective. It gives a really eerie feeling. The next day we went out to explore the national park a bit. We were warned it is best to do with an off-road vehicle, but we've got Lucas, so we're going for it. The landscape just kept staying majestic. The roads, not so much. Poor Lucas felt like he was going to fall apart, shaking crazily. but the views rewards endurance. Even found some nice ravines to echo in. And then some water crossings. Just imagine how utterly relieved Lucas must have felt to cool down his tires after those roads. We started scoping out all the quiver trees we could find. It's called quiver trees because the Sun People used to hollow out its branches to hold their arrows. It's quite a unique looking tree and is endangered. If you look at the leaves, you'll notice that it's a type of aloe, but just huge. They grow very slowly, but can reach 9 meters high, and some are over 380 years old. Back at camp, we made another discovery. Dassies can climb trees. Now we are used to dassies, seeing them all over the country, but this was the first time we saw them going into trees. Alas, the journey must continue and our visit came to a bittersweet end. We won't miss the bugs, but we went to say a sad farewell to the falls. Still, such an amazing and frightening sight. We will be back here at the end of our journey. This is where our circumference journey starts. Cheers, Augrabies!